4 games are underway here. Capacity crowd, sellout crowd here in Newport Beach as Team USA starts things off on offense. Ashley Johnson and Melissa Seidemann and Kaylee Gilchrist capping up tonight after sitting out Saturday night's win at Riverside. That was a 17-6 victory. And a quick turnover there, and now Greece will take control.
Greece on the counterattack.
Greek on the attack now. This team still getting their footing here in 2019. This is just the 4th game they've played together as a group. So they all play locally in Greece for essentially the 2 clubs there, Olympiakos and Voulogne, but this is them as a unit now playing. And John, it's part of their building process here as they get ready for FINA Worlds in a couple of weeks.
Shot field block.
Yeah, first time together here, but this is a big 4-game stretch for the Greeks before they go to South Korea for the World Championships. You see a big field block there for Fatal, but keep an eye here on USA as they 6-on-5 counterattack going the other way.
And a stop pulled down there by Stamatopoulou on the attempt from the outside. We're scoreless here in the first.
It'll be really important to watch. Both teams are going to be playing different kinds of zones. It looks like an M zone where you have 1 player back, 2 people gapping, and you see this on both ends of the pool as the ball comes inside.
Pass inside, Johnson.
No call from the referee. Hands up on the defender. Now Team USA back on the attack.
And here's Ashley Johnson now. Officials in this one, Danielle DeBajian and Tiffany Spiritosanto.
Johnson outlet to Mackenzie Fisher.
Another thing for everyone to keep their eye on, Greg, would be the center position. You watch number 9, Aria Fisher, posting up inside. Team USA has a big matchup. Mismatch, you should say, inside of 2 meters. You'll see a lot of the offense revolving around that, hence why Greece in such a heavy zone to defend back.
And Fisher working on Sukala, and right on cue, John, the exclusion called against Sukala as Fisher has that advantage. We saw it in Riverside as well, Greece running that zone. As here's Maddie Musselman now. Around the way, Gilchrist played her high school water polo in this pool. Fatal cross cage, that's field blocked away. Nicely done defensively in close from Plavritu. But in the open, John, we'll also be honoring Coach Bill Barnett at halftime, and a cool moment for Kelly Gilchrist to be back in this pool playing here where she spent so many hours in her high school days.
Yeah, no doubt. A big night. There's a big crowd here, not only just to watch this game, but also to honor Coach Barnett. And Kaylee will be with us at halftime to be able to share her thoughts on her career with Coach B. But lots of good field blocks so far in this game, Greg, on both ends of the pool.
And already, and it's still very, very early, right? We're scoreless, but you get a sense Greece a bit sharper than they were Saturday night, and that so often happens after the long travel. As now an opportunity, Azamaki, a tireless worker, 2 meters, draws the exclusion. Elise Williams will go off now, a power play for the Greeks.
Yeah, and you always know that the first game after a long cross-Atlantic flight over here to play in the States, they're going to be a little tired. So you can see this is, as the week goes on, the better this Greek team will be.
Yep, 2 more games to follow, 4th of July in Moraga, and then this Saturday in Stockton. Power play now for Greece. On the attack here from the top of the perimeter, Sukala comes near side, ran out of time, took their eye off of the shot clock. And nice job there by Team USA defensively to kill off the power play.
Well, that's part of the new rules. Only 20 seconds on that power play, and then you lose the possession as opposed to 20 seconds on the power play and 10 seconds of coming even, right? So teams need to know they're going to lose the ball if they don't shoot in those first 20 seconds.
Here's Musselman. Look inside. Fisher draws a crowd. It's tipped away and stolen. Avramidou coming across for the tip away.
You see the defender was already there, so we don't understand why that's not an exclusion versus this side. Defender was there, so you see good defense from the Greeks as Fatal takes it away.
Nicely done there by Fatal, and now Johnson.
Outlets to Aria Fisher.
Here's Fisher. Inside to Fisher, sister to sister, working in close. And a penalty is called. Keeper came out, convergence, and Mackenzie Fisher draws the penalty, working in close, and a chance now for Team USA to go in front.
Fisher earning the penalty.
Fitting Kelly Gilchrist jumping up here to take the penalty in her home pool.
Here's Gilchrist. And hits on the skip.
Number 10, Kaylee Gilchrist puts
and the crowd all about that. Excellent turnout tonight in Newport Beach as Gilchrist puts Team USA in front 1-0. 4:19 to play in the first.
And we get a second look here. Cool, calm, collected.
She shoots, she scores. Number 10, Kaylee.
Something she's done hundreds of times in this pool on the same goal, same side. gives Team USA the lead here, and you see immediately Coach Krikorian substitutes 5 brand new players into the water. You'll see this is one of the reasons why Team USA is so strong, is this depth where they can play. Everybody who's suited up is going to get minutes tonight.
Yeah, we saw this on Saturday night as well, and it just overwhelms teams when you can go 6 in, 6 out, and that's one of the equalizing ideas about the Olympics, is that the depth is going to be one of the things Team USA can't exert over other teams with only 11 players.
Correct. Yeah, that 11-man roster, 11-woman roster, it's going to make a big difference in the Olympics in the sense of trying to wear teams down over 4 quarters. Is really going to be pound for pound what's happening in the beginning, first 3 quarters of the game.
Inside water, and then an exclusion. Nicely done, working into Zanaki. The left-hander, Rainey, will be excluded. 6 on 5 again for Greece. Working down near side. Avramidou slides inside the 2. And nothing there. Missed connection as they work out for Zanaki out high. Greece will try and salvage this 6 on 5. Avramidou working again. Nothing there. From the outside, Johnson gobbles it up in close, and Team USA halts another Greece power play.
Yeah, Team USA now has given that ball up inside on that overpass twice now to be excluded. If you're going to be in a zone, you can't allow the ball to come to 2 meters.
Harlabitis now, Hochschild, as we've gotten into that bench. Hochschild now takes a look. Rainey around the way. Maggie Steffens, nothing there. Hochschild running out of time. Got to go, and the save made by Stamatopoulos. You mentioned that zone, and Team USA so effective defensively on Saturday night, where they were limiting Azamaki into 2 meters. Greece could not get anything working inside. Very content to let Greece beat them from the outside, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, and part of that zone is that you watch Maggie Steffen now at 2 meters. Team USA is in a zone. They're helping back, right? But Maggie Steffen staying behind at 2 meters. So better defense there from Team USA. But if you're going to be in a zone, the 2-meter defender has to be behind, not in front. So you can't be in a zone and front at 2 meters at the same time. It's a dangerous place to be, and that's why Team USA has given up 2 exclusions early on in this quarter.
Ashley Johnson with the tip out, and then an offensive.
Ball turns over to Team USA.
And now Harlabitis will get herself going on the move.
Moves the ball into the front court.
Here comes Stefania Harlabitis, the Athens native, playing against many of her former teammates in the Greece national team system. Here's Maggie Steffens now. Tries no look inside, and it was read easily. She was looking in close for Seidemann, but credit Zanaki with the tip away.
And to your point, Craig, the Greek players, the Greek team, alive and well. They see a lot of white water when they're swimming. They're active on defense. They're working inside. They have a game plan to try to get the ball inside on offense. It's a different team than Saturday night.
You can bet that Coach Morphosis went and took a look back at the film from Saturday and said, okay, 17-6, that's not happening again. So we're going to get ourselves in gear here. I don't care if it's our 4th game together or our 40th. That can't happen. We can't lose games like that.
No, there's no doubt. And not only that, Greg, this team shouldn't just be competitive this week. This is one of the best teams in the world. Right? There's a reason they're out here. There's a reason they're putting in their resources to play here. This is going to be a team that's fighting for a medal this summer at the World Championships.
The exclusion on the other end as Seidemann does the job, drawing the kick out, and then Steffens is turned away. Stamatopoulos with a beautiful save, ranging left. You mentioned the Greek team coming off of gold at the 2018 Europa Cup, silver at the 2018 European Championship. So trending in the right direction.
Absolutely.
For a team that has had some high points. We always think back to the FINA Worlds in 2011 where they won gold, but then haven't been able to qualify for the Olympics. So it's been peaks and valleys with this team, and they're trying to build some consistency.
Oh, but remember, for everybody listening back home, couldn't qualify to an Olympic field that was only allowed 8 teams. You see a great save there from Ashley Johnson, who just got done playing in Greece, right, all last season professionally. So knows a lot of these shooters well herself.
Was playing with Harlabitis. Here's Seidemann all day. Melissa Seidemann connecting a 2-0 lead for Team USA.
Increases the USA's lead 2-0. 51
good defense leads to
first.
good offense, Greg. So great save there from Ashley Johnson. Feeds the counterattack on the right side of the pool. And Melissa Seidemann finds herself wide open in the middle of the cage to put it away. But we were talking about the Olympic field. It's been actually very difficult to qualify to the Olympics the last 4 times that it's happened, because only 8 teams have been eligible for spots. And now we're seeing in 2020 the first time that'll be a 10-team field. So the likes of Greece, Holland, who haven't participated in the last 2 Olympics, may find themselves in a much more fortunate position to qualify for Tokyo.
You bring up a great point, and it was so well illustrated, especially in 2012, when you say to yourself, wait a minute, the defending champions
Right.
are not in the
world
mix.
champions
Are not here.
Unbelievable.
You win gold 2011, you can't even get in the Olympics the next year, and this has been remedied now. The World Championship winner is now a qualifier.
Correct.
On the women's side. It has been for a long time for the men, so that's huge. Now you're getting paid off. You're doing things well the year out, you're getting rewarded with qualification, super final, world champs, so on and so forth.
As it should be. Gender equity is important. We're getting some of it. There's still some places that it needs to be fixed along the way here, but at the very least you see this happening now. Another exclusion inside. Paige Hochschild out for Team USA.
And bar down, but Johnson able to gather the attempt from Elefriadu. So close. And just to put a final button on that Olympic field, yes, it's great there's 10. It needs to be 12. We need equity across the board. 12 men's teams, 12 women's teams. That's where it should be. After one quarter, where are we at? 2-0 USA in front. We take a timeout and return with the second quarter. A great crowd on hand here in Newport Beach, California. Come back and join us after this.
The Shieldy crew has shirts for the loudest fans. Catch a shirt and you may win a
Might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Beautiful summer evening here in Newport Beach, California. Orange County, John Abdu, Greg Meskel here with you. The second of 4 games between USA and Greece. 4th of July, the series resumes in the East Bay of Northern California at the Soto Aquatic Center in Moraga. And then we close things out July 6th this Saturday. University of the Pacific, self-proclaimed Water Polo U, ready to host some exhibition action as part of the Golden State Invitational. We'll have club teams competing as well this weekend. It's going to be a great atmosphere in the Stockton, California area. Good start here for Team USA. 2-0 there in front. Don't forget live stats available this game and all domestic Team USA matches at the Fosh. Visit thefosh.net, TAGFOSH.net. And an early look at the Fosh shows Ashley Johnson with 4 saves. As the power plays have been hard to come by. Both teams 0 for right now. 0 for 2 for Team USA, 0 for 3 for Greece.
4 saves, but 4 big saves, Greg. Right?
Yeah.
Stopping penalties, stopping power plays, stopping real high percentage opportunities for the Greeks, and that's what's keeping this game in favor of Team USA.
Team USA controls to start the second quarter. Here's Maddie Musselman, the Newport Beach native. Around the way, Kylie Nuschel.
Fatal at the point.
Fatal into Musselman, gathers, tries the lob on the second effort, and Stamatopoulos there with the save.
I know every coach, water polo coach out there watching and saying, how do you break an M zone, right? What are the tactics you use to break this M zone that the Greeks are in right now? That's one way to go about it, and you'll see this as Coach Okorian telling his bench, more spacing, keeping it wide, and it'll be the battle of M zones both ways as Team USA comes back into the same type of defense.
Greece moving in. An attack here from Plevritu. She'll swing far side now. Elefriadou and Johnson there. You mentioned Johnson competing in Greece. This last professional season, it was Ashley Johnson, Jordan Rainey, and then Stephanie Harlobitis, all on the same club team.
Yeah.
Stephanie with the Greek ties did not count as an international player, so that's how you're able to have 3 members of Team USA on the same team. Typically not possible.
Only 2 usually, right? As it goes, Fatal with the steal in the M zone, denying the ball from 2 meters. But what a great experience for them, Greg, on both a athletic and personal level, what they get out of those experiences playing abroad.
Musselman down on the other end. You follow Ashley's Instagram. She enjoyed herself. Lots of cafes in Greece down by the beach. It's more of a travel blog, and an excellent water polo season played as well. Here's Fatal. She played in Australia this year. Mackenzie Fisher now. The Cardinal goes high. How about the year Mackenzie Fisher had collegiately? Just
unreal.
On a tear, scoring 80-plus goals, NCAA championship, Contino Award honors. Just a spectacular season. And after the Olympic year, she'll be back for more.
Mackenzie Fisher has always been on everyone's radar since she was a young girl, now turning into just a professional female water polo player while still in college. And her dominance was there in the NCAA season, and it's going to translate into this summer for Team USA.
Skip shot, Johnson reading it well, closes off that near side post, turn away Sukala, and now Johnson will take a look. A long outlet, here's Elise Williams in traffic. A double team, and the ordinary. Under 6 minutes to play, first half, 2-0, Team USA in front. Here's Kylie Nuschel. Off her season with Cian Sabadell. Her and Maggie Steffens teaming up for the club outside of Barcelona. Fatal now lets it rip and hits Rachel Fatal, connecting a 3-0 lead.
2 fake shot and a goal.
Just a thing of beauty when you get to watch the Rachel Fatal and all these women play water polo. A lot of space. When you can break down a zone effectively as a team, you get that much space to put it away. It's going to be a goal more often than not. Team USA up 3-0 now. Still 5:37 left here in the first half.
Fatal spent the last few years after her UCLA career ended playing in Australia. And we talked about it a bit on Saturday with Julie Swale, but the amount of women that have played overseas this year has to be an all-time high, going back, I'd say, 8 to 10 years, the last time you saw this many women play professional clubs.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a real part of this team's success at the moment, which is getting all these women out playing abroad, getting high-level experience, and coming back as the ball back to Team USA. Happening on the men's side as well. You know, we're talking about in the double digits on both sides, men and women, people playing abroad, and it's been a great experience for these athletes.
Fatal now working in Paige Hochschild, and that one is taken away. Good defense in close from Kotsia. All part of their development. Men's scrimmaging Brazil earlier today in Torrance. All part of this build-up for the FINA World Championships starting July 14th for the women, 15th for the men in Gwangju, South Korea. Turnover here, and Nuschel will control.
Well, the wild part about this summer, Greg, is right after those World Championships, maybe 2-3 days off, fly to Lima, Peru for the Pan American Games.
It is a quick turnaround, no doubt about it. And rosters, if you're curious, Pan American Games rosters will be announced later this week. Those have been determined. FINA World Championship rosters still TBD for both teams. An exclusion drawn by Steffens. And the wrinkle there, 13 going to Worlds, 11 on the Pan Am roster.
That's right.
Off the post on that try.
Ball off the post, out of play. Ball turns over to Greece.
Mackenzie Fisher off the mark.
Greece back at full strength.
Sukala, now top of the perimeter. Plevritu. This is a fairly young Greece team. We talked about their World Championship in 2011. Only 2 holdovers from that squad playing here in this series. Avramidou and Azamaki. The rest, athletes in their early 20s by and large, all getting good international experience, but a group that is fairly young on the rise here for Greece.
Yeah, and we'll see how that talent develops. Greece has traditionally always been very good to the youth and junior team level. They've had great senior teams as well, but they cultivate talent at a very young age there, and they do a great job of it. Been a big fan of how the style of their play as well. They teach great balance in the water, great passing, great fluidity, and great team tactics that moves the ball very well.
We've touched too a bit on the size of the team, right? It isn't a roster as Fatal takes a look on the deflection. Tough luck goal there for Greece as it was deflected by Kotsia. It came right to Fatal. She knew what to do with it. Team USA adding another now, 4-0. Second look here.
Yeah, catch and shoot from Fatal. That was the first one she scored earlier, where she got a wide open look. This time she got the catch and shoot from the one spot over there. But again, you give that much space to someone like Rachel Fatal, MVP of the 2015 World Championships, just one of the best players in the world, and particularly one of the best shooters in the world. She's going to put it away more often than not. And the key for young players to see that is how quick the ball comes off of her hand. Right? She knows what she's going to do before she gets the ball, and it's a really high-level second-step thinking that makes her where she is.
It sounds simple, but it is a little bit of just see it, shoot it. It is almost without thought because it's been practiced so often that she doesn't have to debate what will I do in the situation.
Sure.
It's just muscle memory. I've got it. I see the opening. I let it fly.
Sugala.
Kotsia, top of the perimeter. Far side now. Good look inside, and Johnson there again. Ashley Johnson continues to hold this Greece team scoreless now as we near halftime, a little more than 3 minutes to play.
Ashley Johnson having herself a game right now. You can sense the frustration on the Greek side.
Especially because you have to imagine they feel better about how they're playing from Saturday night. Certainly in this game, way more than they were Saturday, but it hasn't translated to offense just yet.
No, not yet, as Aria Fisher draws another exclusion inside on that mismatch we talked about at the start of the game, Greg.
Harlabedas in front. Musselman with the left. Jams it home. 5-0 Team USA.
Beautiful play. You always want to get the ball inside on the post on 6-on-5. Team USA does it again. The ball comes across here. Watch the look here from Harlabedas. Gets it inside, and Musselman uses the left hand. Such a talented team and talented individual athletes able to make that play.
Showing off in close and a 5-0 lead for Team USA.
I used to like how when Shaq would get a left-handed dunk or left-handed layup, he'd run down the court staring at his left hand. I'm going to ask Musselman on the way back here to, give her left hand a stare next time she does that.
It was only a matter of time before the basketball references started.
Just
I was about to say Ginobili with the left hand, and then you read my mind and go basketball with Shaq. So.
Yeah. It only took us a quarter and a half or so.
I was torn on what would happen first, a basketball reference or a shout out to Bone Thugs because it's the first of the month.
That happened earlier this morning.
Here's Gilchrist now. Into Harlabedas. 2:15 to play, first half. House shot, nothing there. Musselman, the no-look inside. Fisher, she no-looks it out to Rainey. Shot clock winding down. They've got to go. Musselman does, bangs it off the post, and the rebound is controlled by Avramidou.
Good patient attack in the zone there from Team USA. Still got a high percentage look, just an inch off there. Let's see if the Greeks can break this goose egg, get one good possession here where they can get something past Ashley Johnson.
And this is their World Championship team. Talking with Coach Morphosis before this one, he said, this is our group. We're getting this squad ready for South Korea. This is who will play. And he's excited to get more training opportunities. As we mentioned, this group just hasn't had the chance to play as a full unit as Ashley Johnson leaping off of her line to take that one down. She's an aggressive keeper, not afraid to come out to 2-3 meters and try and shut down an opportunity. And now Aria Fisher has the advantage. 6-on-5 developing. Fisher cruising in. Takes a look, puts it away. Aria Fisher on the counter. Called her own number and hit 6-0.
Great counterattack from Team USA. You see wide open, cap off, no matter. Wide open look, puts it away. Aria Fisher now extends the lead to 6-0 for Team USA.
I think a little stare perhaps there for her defender who did not get in front of her on that counterattack.
Oh, no doubt. There was a glare there. And Aria Fisher is one of the toughest players in the world. you don't want to defend her. You want her on your team. You don't want to play against her. You want her on your team, and there's a reason for that and why her development has been so astronomical the last few years.
Yeah, she is a tough customer internationally and in the college ranks.
Team USA back in this M zone again.
Skip shot sails wide, not a play.
And Johnson will control under a minute to play.
Team USA ball.
First half, folks, don't forget, hang around here at halftime. We're going to have a ceremony of sorts to honor the late coach Bill Barnett. We'll be hearing from his former player, Kelly Gilchrist. His wife, Marcia, is here. Going to be a great moment at halftime as we honor the former Olympic team head coach for the USA men. And, of course, the longtime Newport Harbor High School coach, Bill Barnett, coming up here at halftime. So stay with us here on USA Water Polo TV. We'll have a break after this quarter ends, and then we'll come back with that special moment here in Newport.
Delivery to Beneku.
Grease on the attack here. Shot clock to 6. Lob try. That's off the post. Had Johnson fooled, just couldn't put it home. And now 5 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Johnson may call her own number. She'll take a look. Let her fly. Has to make the save to Stamatopoulos as Johnson, a rocket from the other end. The wrist action is on point. And we've come to the end of the first half, and it's all Team USA 6-0. How about that shot try from Johnson?
Unbelievable. I thought that was going, Greg.
One of those things where if she wasn't so good as a goalie, you'd want her in the field.
Absolutely.
Ashley Johnson of Team USA. She's pitching a shutout. Team USA doing the job on offense. We'll step aside. We'll come back, and we'll honor Bill Barnett. You're watching Team USA, Team Greece live on USA Water Polo TV. Where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Thanks, Dean. Just want to thank everyone again for coming out and cheering on Team USA. As Dean mentioned, we're here to recognize one of the all-time coaching greats in USA water polo history, the late Bill Barnett. Many of you are familiar with his resume, but if you're not, it is highly impressive. The two-time head coach of the men's Olympic team in 1988-92, helping the USA men to silver in 88, a FINA World Cup title in 1991, and then, of course, all the things he did right on this pool deck, coaching Newport Harbor High School from 1966 to 2015, 15 CIF titles among the boys and girls. A USA Water Polo Hall of Famer, and just accolade upon accolade. I was lucky enough to talk to him after he retired from this job, and he was a man of few words, but I asked, what are you going to miss most? And he said the kids that he coached, and one of them is right here, Olympic champ and former Newport Harbor standout, Kelly Gilchrist.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, you guys. First off, I just want to thank everyone here. We don't get too many opportunities to play at home, so to be able to have a sold-out crowd is really special for the team, and we can't thank you enough. Like Greg mentioned, I played for Coach B here on this very exact pool deck from 2006 to 2010. And during that time, Coach B taught me a lot about water polo, but he taught me a lot more about life. And I think that's something he did not just for me, but for everyone that was lucky enough to call him coach. I got him in the tail end of his career of a coach, and I think the lessons were the same, but they were just a tamer version by the time I came around. Every day before practice, we actually met right at this whiteboard that's still here, and we discussed, polo strategies, practice plans, and every once in a while there was quotes up on the board. We would chat about how the quotes related to the team, and many years later I came back on the pool deck, and no one was really around. I was just swimming. I graduated probably 3 years, and I was in college just trying to stay in shape for Yovan. And then on the board was a quote, and I had to walk up and see what the quote said, and it said, "In everything you do, you must make choices, but always remember that the choices you make makes you." Coach B. And I thought how fitting that that was Coach B's quote, because he chose to be committed to water polo for 50 plus years. And through his dedication, his commitment, his undeniable work ethic, and of course, most importantly, his passion, he became one of the best coaches, one of my most amazing mentors, and above all, a legend of the sport. And for those that were lucky enough to know Coach B, then you were even luckier to know his better half, Marcia. Marcia, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you for sharing Coach B with the water polo world. We love you both, and we miss him dearly.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kaylee. And as she mentioned, we're lucky to have Coach B's wife, Marcia, here. And on behalf of USA Water Polo and Chris Ramsey, John Abdu, our women's national team, everyone here at Newport Harbor High School, want to just present a small gift of appreciation for everything that you and Coach B meant to the water polo community here. And again, thank you, Coach John, if you'd present this. Much appreciated. Thank you again. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here. Second half is coming up shortly.
I never knew that a kid like me could take his mic around the world and flash the big ass D and rock the masses. From Madrid to Calabasas, Tijuana, Mexico, who the devils in Tokyo. Say they know me though, cause I'll be putting in work. Commit my life to rebirth. Well respected, cause that's my word. And I'm sure you heard about a new sound gone round. She might have left my hood, but she was born in my town. You didn't know, thought we was new on the scene.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
And welcome back. John Abdu, Greg Meskel here with you. Kelly Gilchrist, just fantastic job there at halftime honoring Coach Barnett.
And who better to honor Coach Barnett than someone that he coached and developed into not only an Olympian, but an Olympic gold medalist in 2016 with Team USA. And Coach Barnett's an inspiration for all of us. I mean, Greg, I can sit here and tell you 20 stories of what he did for not only me personally, but all of our colleagues and everyone else around. But when you have somebody who dedicates their life to sport and their life to other people, the end result is everybody. This pool, no doubt, will be named after Bill Barnett at some point here. We were hoping it actually would have timed out tonight in this game, but City's hanging on to those rights right now, and inevitably this will be the Bill Barnett Aquatics Pool.
No, I mean, even from somebody who did not play for him at all and met him later in his life, he was an avid watcher of everything that we did.
Yes.
Every time I saw him, was well-versed in games that had aired on the Pac-12 network, on ESPNU, on USA Water Polo TV. Watched it all, knew about it, and few higher compliments we could get than to have someone to say, hey, I like the way you and John do what you do.
Right.
From a water polo expert, that's all the approval we could ever want or need.
Any compliment from Coach Barnett was one you kept for life.
Seidemann, the backhand on the money.
Melissa Seidemann sneaks under the hand of Stamatopoulos.
And 24 seconds into the second half, Greg, Team USA gets their 7th goal of the game. And a thing of beauty, ball inside, a no-look backhand from Melissa Seidemann. I had to say, watch, looking the other way, had to turn around to see if it went in. Goes into the goal. Team USA still holding a shutout here. We'll see how long Ashley Johnson can stay dialed in. Watch what she's doing right. When you see her communicating, when you see her on her legs, she is dialed in at the moment.
Here's inside water. Double team. And Fatal's there as Azamaki had leaked inside. I was trying to put something on cage. Don't forget live stats available via thefosh.net. Follow along with all the action here on the stat front. It'll show you that Ashley Johnson's pitching a shutout. Here's Musselman now. Fatal, the Seal Beach native. Lots of SoCal on this USA roster. Shot clock to 4. Here's Williams. Inside. Offensive, a suit grab there. Goes against Seidemann as she's in a tussle with Hidi Rioti in a 2 meters.
And if you can hear closely on the stream, everybody watching, you can hear Ashley Johnson's voice. She's directing on offense and defense, keeping your team engaged. And maybe she's more engaged now playing against some of her former Greek teammates and competitors from the Greek Professional League tonight, as Fisher is excluded. But when she's on, she's the best in the world.
No doubt about it, has proven herself time and again to be just a dominant force in cage, as Azamaki has her shot knocked down on the power play. And it helps that she has that help in front of her. She has that excellent defense that works so well in concert with her efforts in the cage.
No doubt, but at times in watching Ashley's career develop, when you have that kind of great defense in front of you, sometimes you get lackadaisical about it. And you can tell tonight she is focused and she's dialed in. And it's great to have great teammates. This is why this is the best team in the world, is they're able to compete on all positions in the pool.
Fatal off the post, the ricochet. Not to mention the competition within this team. This is a thing we're talking with some of the athletes on Saturday about. You have these 2 dueling goals. You want the team to do well. You want to qualify for the Olympics. You want to win world championships, and that is the team goal. But for a lot of these players, you have to prove you belong. And so you have your individual goal of making the team.
Yep.
And those are tough to reconcile at the same time.
Yes.
I need to show that I'm of value to be on this team, but I'm also very happy that we as a team are doing great things.
No doubt, Greg. And that's a dynamic that's present. Beautiful shot there.
Right at the horn. Avramidou gets Greece on the board. There goes the shutout.
Greece on the board at the 5:26.
But I bring that up because you mentioned Johnson's passion, and I think many would feel pretty confident that she's going to be one of the 2 goalies on this team going forward. But she still has to prove herself.
Absolutely.
And you talk about 11 athlete rosters, likely 1 goalie in that scenario. So now the stakes just got higher. It used to be not that you could relax if you were the 2 goalies, but how many times have we seen in a quadrennial coming to a close? There's 2 goalies in training.
Yeah.
You need to have 2 goalies in your team, and well, it looks like these 2 goalies are going to make it. That's not the case anymore.
No, it used to be a battle of attrition, right? Who can stick around longest, and they could sometimes make the games. But no doubt, and you see it on Saturday night, Gabby Stone, which is arguably the third string goalie on the team, still can come out and dominate one of the best teams in the world in the cage. The competition is high on this team, no doubt.
Fisher has that field blocked. Beautifully done, but a good rebound in close by Elise Williams after the turn away by Ella Friado. Now Gilchrist will go back to Fisher. She'll try it again, and that's tipped out. Stamatopoulos on the cross cage try. You mentioned Stone. Talk about the World Championship winning gold medalist, top goalie in 2017 in Budapest, and as you said, battling in that third spot to try and advance up.
No doubt. The team won a world championship with her in the goal in the entire time. So it just goes to show the depth of this team and then how hard it is to make this roster. As Melissa Seidemann with 4 defenders around her, still able to draw the penalty. Dominant move there from Melissa Seidemann.
You mentioned Shaq earlier, and she has that strength. The ball comes in and just draws a crowd, and she can just take bodies with her.
Yes. That strength, and it gives it up to Maddie Musselman here for the penalty.
She shoots off the crossbar.
Musselman off the bar and kind of stared at that almost in disbelief that it actually did not go in as she watched it cascade off the bar, up and away, out of play. And Greece will take whatever they can get, as now it's still locked at 7-1.
After the shooting streak she's been on since we were at the World League Super Final in Budapest, Hungary, I'd be in disbelief too. She's been shooting the ball so well. The ball comes off her hand incredibly smoothly. Greece now finding a little bit of momentum, getting a 1-1 so far, halfway through the third quarter.
We'll try and build off of that. Here's Sukala now. Cruising in, Johnson reads it easy with the right.
Team USA out on the break.
Goalie out. I thought Johnson might try and let that one fly. Instead, she'll go to Mackenzie Fisher. Cruising in, Fisher checks the mirrors and turned away. Stamatopoulos with a big block. Ranging right to turn away Fisher. She was cruising in on the one-on goalie, thought she had it lined up, and the keeper makes the save.
Big time 1v goalie save there. Mackenzie Fisher, I love what she did with the ball. She threw it in front of her and started swimming after it. Keeps the speed going as opposed to swimming with the ball or putting the ball in her hand. Skilled, small detail move there for Mackenzie Fisher.
Musselman now up on her legs. That's turned away. Field block. Sukala. And this is, yes, it's 7-1, but if you watch Saturday night, this is a much sharper Greek defensive effort tonight.
Well, Greg, they had several field blocks, great goalie saves. They're playing zone defense. They're moving around. They're still whitewater in their counterattack. They're putting everything into this. They're going to take something out of this game one way or another.
Under 3.5 to play, third quarter. John Abdu, Greg Meskel joining you here from Newport Harbor High School in Newport Beach, California. Over the top, a race for it. Shot clock expires, and Greece out of time on that effort.
Johnson controls.
As you pan the stands here, you got to catch a glimpse of half the body of Eric Fisher, father of Aria and Mackenzie Fisher, Olympian, right? 1988.
Fish.
Oh,
backhand. They'll say no. Seidemann thought she had it on the bar down, but not enough. And Coach Morphosis will say, nothing to see here. Let's move it along on the offensive end. Don't want to let anyone think twice if that one went in.
Bring up Eric Fisher because he was coached by Bill Barnett in the Olympics. So his former players out here. So just kind of seeing this water polo family come full circle once again here tonight in Newport Harbor High.
Yeah, Fisher part of that fourth place effort in Barcelona in 92.
92, my mistake. Yep, nice.
But no doubt he was in that training leading up as Greece will call for time. And so 2:34 to go, third quarter. 7-1 lead for Team USA. As we get a good look at here at Coach Adam Krikorian and the USA group. As we mentioned, gearing up for the FINA World Championships, where they will try and win their third straight FINA World Championship title. Winners in 2015 in Kazan, 2017 in Budapest. Now looking to add Guangzhou to the resume. And they're at a point now, and we're talking about a team that's on a 44-game win streak coming into tonight. They continue to pile up all the major championships, and it is just a juggernaut now rolling through women's international water polo. And some will say, well, don't jinx them. Don't bring up the 44 wins in a row. But, I mean, at some point you have to catalog this dominance and look at it. And, yes, at some point it will come to an end. And, you know, we don't know when or in what event that is. But you have to kind of also admire the run they're on right now. Unprecedented in international women's water polo. It's getting in the hungry men's water polo conversation of what they did at certain points in that program's history.
No doubt, Greg, as you watch the Greeks here attack on 6-on-5.
Back to Sukala.
Off the frame of the cage, and Musselman's there. Another power play is thwarted by Team USA.
Yeah, Greg, you're talking about a dynasty. If Team USA is able to hang on, make this happen, get a gold medal in Tokyo, you're talking about an absolute dynasty. They're already arguably the greatest team of all time. But this is why, and if anybody's listening at home, you get a chance to come out and see us on July 4th while we're in Moraga. You get a chance to come to Stockton on July 6th this Saturday night. You can come watch this team. There's a moment in time right now, Greg, that you're talking about that you need to witness what's happening because you know that it's going to come to an end. So there's a moment here that you should take advantage of to come see this team live, watch how they prepare, watch them warm up, watch them in their huddles, watch them compete at this high level. There's so much you can take away from this.
You bring up a great point as we see Greece now back on the attacking end, and we reference hoops often, but and we love the sport.
USA ball.
Made a point to see the Warriors this year at home before this team changed hands, right, with Steph Curry and Durant and everyone else. As we see it, the break now, Steffens cruising in, easy money. Maggie Steffens connecting, make it 8-1, and that's all spurred by the USA defense leading to the quick counter. And Maggie Steffens, again, you're talking about people to come see. Don't take her greatness for granted. Keeps doing it year after year. You can fall into kind of a malaise of, well, they're just going to win. But you have to enjoy what's going on here. We mentioned the basketball reference. See Steph Curry and Durant this year. See LeBron before he left Cleveland. You know, a chance to go out and see these teams. And this is the same thing. We talk about it all the time. Obviously, if you're watching this, you enjoy this team. Spread the word. The water polo world needs the participants to become active fans.
Yes, absolutely.
People want to see this sport get better coverage, to grow. They want to see what we're doing here on network television. You have to take the effort, at least a little bit of it, that you put into playing and practicing, and turn it into fanhood. And that's going to elevate the game across the board.
No doubt. As you see, a lifetime entry pass from Maggie Steffens. We're talking about this great play, Greg, that this team can do. A lifetime entry from Maggie, no time, right into Aria Fisher, who turns, draws the exclusion, power play Team USA, and watch them attack.
Rainey off the post. Good pass on the inside as Harold Labidas went to her strong hand with the right, but could not put it home. Sides come even. Power plays, they've been hard for both teams to convert on. We mentioned Greece is 0 for 5. Team USA now 1 for 6 on the advantage as we fall to 30 seconds left in the third.
And no doubt Coach Krikorian will point to that in the huddle at the break.
He's always fine-tuning and always looking at what we could do. His comments after the win over Italy as Ashley Johnson knocks it out. But if you read some of his quotes, that did not sound like a guy who had qualified for the Olympic Games.
No.
It was he thought he coached terribly. He thought that the team could have done things differently. They were fortunate to win. And yes, you can go through the exercise of trying to pick holes in your efforts, but I think he genuinely looks at stuff and says, maybe that worked this time, but it's not going to get us through in the Olympics or the Worlds or something else.
Exclusion.
7 seconds left. Power play. Greece on the advantage. Johnson ranging over. 2 seconds left. They'll let it fly. And tipped out by Johnson. And we come to the end of the third quarter. Ashley Johnson continues. Yes, Greece gets on the board, but the Team USA defense continues to play at a high level. They are anchored by what many consider the very best goalkeeper in women's water polo, Ashley Johnson. 9 stops through 3 quarters. We're back with the fourth quarter. After this, Shieldy's on the scene. USA Water Polo TV returns after this break. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Fourth quarter on the way. Shieldy has the water polo fans on their feet here in Newport Beach, everyone's favorite water polo mascot. And only fitting some MC Hammer because we're heading to the East Bay. Rooted in Oakland, we'll be in Moraga.
Yeah, sure.
Close enough.
Just the other side of town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on to Stockton on July 6th as we close out the exhibition series. And John, I know exciting stuff in your world. You were with Team USA in a recent competition, a chance to kind of get a bit inside the mind of Coach K, and now some videos available that fans can access to get a little bit of a better idea of how things get put together and some big takeaways from some recent action.
Yeah, myself and our coach education manager Drew Clute spent some time with the team in Budapest for the World League Super Final just a couple weeks ago, and I got to spend some time with Coach K trying to pick his brain about what makes this team so successful. Greg, we talked last quarter about how this is a unique moment in time to watch a dynasty at its peak. And so for everybody listening here and watching online, if you're able to get on Twitter, find our USA Coach Education Twitter handle. USA Water Polo retweeted it as well.
Yep.
You can go to our YouTube, USA Water Polo High Performance Education channel, and you get a chance to see an interview with Coach K and some of the takeaways and learnings from that tournament and what is really at the height of what they're trying to do, which was qualify for the Olympics. So we were able to go behind the scenes and check out all that information. Great stuff for all coaches across the country.
On the other end now, an exclusion drawn by Azumaki. And another 6-on-5 coming here as Kylie Nuschel is excluded. Plevritu. They're working around the perimeter now. There's Sukala taking a look. Plevritu working on Rainey. Inching in, nothing there. Can they get a 6-on-5 to go? They cannot. And look alive behind the cage. So that is into the fans here at capacity. Everyone seated on the pool deck, if not in the bleachers. And now the long outlet, Haralabitis moving in, unselfish to Hochschild. A couple of USC Trojans connecting, and Paige Hochschild delivers.
Love the unselfish play from Haralabitis there. Wide open on the counterattack, gets the outlet on her back. You see this go straight to the goal, one stroke, and instead of looking to go, she looks right across the pool to put it away for Paige Hochschild. Someone fighting to make this roster, like you said, the Athens native has Greek citizenship, also has American citizenship, has both, choosing to fight her way onto this roster, much to the dismay of the coaches on that outside, and but beautiful play on that side for Stephanie Haralabitis.
And then Paige Hochschild just continues to get better and better year in and year out. And nice powerful move here, so a little plus-minus there for Paige as she scores on one end and then watches as Plevritu drives in and buries this one underneath the block.
Yeah, definitely was Paige's block. She may have been getting held a little bit from the center on that side, but you got to fight through that, but beautiful power shot there to skip it through the blocker, through Ashley Johnson. And Greece is going to need that. It's Plevritu with the goal there. but their confidence will grow if they can get a couple past Ashley Johnson. You watch these teams and their confidence and how it wavers through the course of a game when Ashley Johnson is on as she is tonight.
Well, the big challenge for many of Team USA's opponents is that, and this is not what this Greece team has done, they continue to fight, and now an exclusion here. See where Team USA goes. Kylie Neuschel knows where to go. But Team USA so often jumps out, big lead, and the other team does not have the stamina really to battle back, or maybe it's a psychological thing. They get down 5 or 6 and say, well, this team is so good, what are we going to do now? How do we come back in this? And credit this Greece team. Yeah, they lose big Saturday night, and they're on the way potentially to a loss here again, barring some miracle, but they're playing better, they're improving, they're not folding up the tents here. They're using this as an opportunity.
No doubt, Greg. As we do see a successful power play for Team USA for their 10th goal. A rare successful power play for Team USA on an evening like tonight.
Labidas, an offensive, and that'll be something that, yes, they'll get the victory, but what are things they can work on? And they know in those championship matches, 6-on-5 will likely tell the story.
No doubt, and if you go back and check out that replay, it was a beautiful shot from Kylie Neuschel. Not able to turn her head, kind of switch wrists it right inside. Good finish. And Team USA, like you said, they're going to have to finish their power play. Same with the Greeks, every team. Those player advantage opportunities so important as Greece puts it away.
And the 20-year-old Maria Patra plays her club water polo for Vuliagmeni, connecting from the outside. Just goes high corner.
That was a beautiful shot. High on her legs, came really strong off her wrist. That is not a gimme in this forward. That's an earned goal. And like we talked about, they're going to keep getting better this game, this week, as it develops and as they try to peak in South Korea to qualify for the Olympics.
Keep in mind, should Team USA repeat, then the second-place team will earn a qualification spot. And the same story at the Pan American Games, which is a qualifier. Should Team USA win that, second-place team will go. You can only imagine how thrilled teams like Canada and Brazil were to see Team USA win the Super Final.
Yes.
Steffens on the bounce. That one looked to be stopped and then found a home. Stamatopoulos can't believe it. Thought she had that one controlled.
Maggie Steffens goes right off the pass from Paige Hochschild, skips it on the water. And sometimes those are the hardest shots to block. Skips right off the water. Goalie looks out of place. Team USA gets their 11th goal. Yeah, and to your point, Greg, I think there's a lot of teams in the world, even coming into this World Championship. Not only were they excited there's going to be a qualification spot, they're excited Team USA did it already at World League Super Final. Because if Team USA finds themselves in that final, right, anywhere else, there's 2 other countries this summer that will punch their ticket to Tokyo other than Team USA.
Yeah, keep an eye on the semifinals in Gwangju, because if USA advances out of one, you're going to see some kind of celebration after the team advances out of the other.
Yes.
And if you're curious, live coverage of the FINA World Championships available on the Olympic Channel. So contact your local cable provider to access the Olympic Channel, bringing a whole host of live coverage from Gwangju, South Korea. And USA Water Polo will be there as well, providing live updates of the matches, post-game interviews, and more. Make sure to follow at USAWP on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Harlabides now slides inside 2 out to Rainey around the way. Here's Steffens. Little fake. She'll take it and hit. Maggie Steffens heating up here in the 4th. Has another.
Number 6, Maggie
Big mistake by the defense to leave one of the best players in the world faking and holding that ball without knocking her down. You got to hit her there. Great ball fake, great ball movement there from Maggie Steffens where she puts it away. And key, young players out there, ball fake. When the ball is in your hand and you're attacking against the hill, make sure you're ball faking. You see how she faked the ball to the center, faked the pass, consistently faking. So when time came to shoot, she had lots of space to work with. Great shot from Maggie Steffens.
Maggie, the East Bay native from Danville, I know she's excited for the series to head to Moraga. Played her high school water polo at Monte Vista in the area. Speaking of which, Melissa Seidemann, a Walnut Creek native, also headed back towards her hometown. Patra had the goal earlier. Under 4 to play, 4th quarter. Elefriadu knocked down. And Gilchrist takes it away.
Back to Johnson.
Gilchrist filling the stat sheet, honoring her coach tonight. Again, if you didn't get to hear it, listen to her halftime speech honoring Coach Barnett.
She's up under the arm.
Maddie Musselman, that one not enough. She went off the water. And
Reaches back and saves
Musselman's
it.
had a couple of close calls here. The penalty off the bar. That one oh so close on the wet shot off the water.
Knowing Musselman, she'll be watching that film over and over again, thinking about those shots. That's what makes her the player that she is.
Williams on
See another steal for Team USA.
to Johnson.
She, among many of her teammates, avid film watcher.
Yes.
She will get into the downloads and the replays of games.
And shout out to video scout, video coach Chris Lee, up on the roof right now filming this game, breaking it down. Gets the film to the athletes almost immediately after the game. They're able to see this. They're able to go home tonight and watch their plays broken down minute by minute, possession by possession. So shout out to Chris Lee and all the video coaches out there that get that work done.
Yeah, Seeley, one of those thankless jobs, really. Not that he isn't thanked for what he does, but if you catch him at an international tournament, he is the guy there that in all types of weather is behind the tripod and filming an endless number of matches, all for potential opponents, future matchups, all just kind of cataloging all these possible teams Team USA might meet. Johnson there again.
The shot clock was expiring.
Pushing ahead now to Musselman.
Musselman.
She'll survey the scene and slow things down. Crowd still going strong here, and what's been fun about these games is, yes, they pack the stands, but then it becomes a great meet and greet opportunity afterwards.
Yeah. And again, another shout out for these games coming up. If you want to get a chance to meet some of these players, this is the chance to do it. As KG from deep puts it
How
away.
fitting. Kelly Gilchrist.
1:48 to go in the contest. USA 13, Greece 3.
Check out the replay here, Greg. She's got a lot of space, moving and shifting to her right and still able to put it away low into the corner.
The former sailor coming home here in Newport Harbor and able to hit from the outside.
Having herself a game tonight. Honor of Coach Barnett. She spoke at halftime. Marcia, Coach Barnett's wife, spoke to the team before the game. Was able to sit in on that talk with her. She had some great inspirational words and good stories about Coach to get this team fired up. And you can tell an emotional moment for Kaylee Gilchrist as she gets to honor her former coach in the pool tonight.
Johnson controls that, and there was a great moment leading up to Rio where each athlete got a chance to kind of bring a coach or someone who's impactful to their career back in front of the team. And for Gilchrist, it was Coach Barnett coming to meet with the team in Los Alamitos. And credit to Coach Krikorian, has done a really nice job kind of continuing that effort to maintain kind of the lineage to people's youth coaches, to past national teamers, Olympians, the pioneers of the women's program, all those things.
No, credit to Coach Krikorian, and he recognizes as well as myself and all of us that we don't have the jobs that we have today in the sport without people like Bill Barnett, without the pioneers, without the people who really paved the way for where we're at today. So we're grateful, we're thankful for what they did to build water polo where it is today, and we're just trying to, stand on the back of giants, as they say.
Yep. Final moments of this one, 40 seconds left. Johnson, that one bounces right in front of her. She's able to control it, and we'll go the other direction here. Likely final possession for Team USA. Mackenzie Fisher on the move. And that's tipped out. There's been a lot of talk of the new rules that FINA has passed, and we didn't get into it because, honestly, this was played very much like the old rules in that there weren't live time subs. You didn't see that many penalties. There weren't direct shots off of the restart at 2. You didn't see a lot of fouls outside 6 and direct shots. So that stuff is still available. It just wasn't a part of tonight's match. Seidemann in close, point-blank range, and Mel puts the capper on this one.
After the exclusion. 14 seconds.
That's part of the new rules. It used to be you have to kind of really slow it down. Seidemann draws the exclusion inside, and their Team USA able to attack quickly, and you always want to attack quickly on these player advantage situations. Ball came inside right to Seidemann. She puts it away.
Yeah, you're right. Previously, there had been kind of an indication of who was excluded. Let's give that person a moment to depart. I like that. That reminds me more of the college game, right, where you kind of get right back to it.
No doubt. You want to see action. You want to see people that tickle. You don't want to hear the whistles blowing the ball back to the referee. And that's what they did as you hear the final buzzer sound.
And that's all for this one. A 14-3 win for Team USA. Another dominant effort. Greece plays better, but Team USA does the job to pick up their second straight win. And their 45th overall in a row. Ashley Johnson, 13 saves doing the job on offense. Melissa Seidemann and Maggie Steffens, 3 goals each. And a strong effort here from Team USA. John, they'll head to NorCal riding high off of 2 big victories.
Yeah, and like we've been talking about all along, a real special evening tonight honoring Coach Barnett. So many people in the stands here that played for him, connected with him, connected to Newport Harbor High School. So, Coach B, we're here out there. We're living your legacy for you. Thanks to everyone for coming out tonight. Come see us. We're going to honor Heather Petrie Thursday night, 4th of July in Moraga. We'll see everybody in Stockton, so come out and see this team while you can.
No one better to recognize on America's birthday than maybe the most patriotic person I know, Heather Petrie. Going to be a great day there, July 4th. Join us in the East Bay. That's all for us now for our entire broadcast crew. My partner John Abdu, Greg Meskel saying thanks for joining us, where Team USA gets the victory 14-3. Have a great evening.